on me. Never since the day you approached me, I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like to fuck, that's nothing else, you know.
What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to Omeezy. This OF model caught 100 bodies in 14 hours. This has to be, that's not even possible. I'm so sorry. That's not real. I'm just going to be real. Unless she called 100 people and like, not to get too explicit, I just, you feel me? Unless they like put it in one time and took it out. I mean, is that the same? Is that catching a body? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't understand, but I guess we gonna see. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Just one in, one out. Like it feels intense.
Oh, one in, one out. Like one, I don't know what you're talking about, girl.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Just take
1 minute.
I'm Lily Phillips, and today I'm getting ran through by 100 guys.
Yo, what did I just watch? So I was scrolling down the timeline looking for another commentary YouTube video to watch, and I stumbled across this masterpiece, and it has to be talked about. This is Lily Phillips, OF extraordinaire, and I think she's been featured on this channel before as somebody who's taken a lot of men in herself in one day, but I did not know that there was a full-on documentary that was out there that existed. So I decided to watch the whole thing and talk about it with you guys, because I think that this is a great examination as to what is wrong with people today and who you should not be copying and following. With the rise of OnlyFans and content creation to this extent in the past couple years, it only makes you think, what is the mental state behind a lot of these content creators? Well, thankfully, that's where Josh Peters comes in. He decided to go to Lily Phillips a day before her content creation endeavor, her magnum opus, her, I don't know, Mr. Beast Squid Games, and look and see her mental state, psyche, and ask her a bunch of different questions in documentary style before the event took place. We thank Josh Peters because what is uncovered in this documentary literally has us checking in on our friends, families, and loved ones to make sure they are okay and that they do not go down a path of taking in 100 men in a single day.
That's a lot of nuts!
When I was at university, very tame stuff. Hand bras, underwear, things like that. Because I was at university and I was like, I'm being a anyway, could make a little bit of money.
What do you mean by you were being a anyway?
Like, it was just being a at university. Like, I was just sleeping around with everyone.
Lily starts off by saying this is something that she's been thinking about for a long time. I mean, she was already at her college sleeping around with a bunch of men, so why not make some sort of profit off of this? And I can only think that a lot of young ladies think that same exact concept, but I think there's a difference between sleeping with a bunch of men that only exist in a certain proximity and deciding to put your online.
I've seen you say on podcasts and things before that you're...
I mean, not to, you feel me? I'm just gonna give out my thoughts. I don't think either one is good. You know what I'm saying? You could argue that like an OF that doesn't like the solo content and doesn't, you know, that's it is just, I mean, it's exploitative. Is that, I don't know, is that a word? But there's no physical ramifications with it. If you're interacting with a bunch of people, whether people know or not, that's where stuff can, you know, occur. Whether it's like cheating or, you know, risking getting sick or pregnant or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I guess it just depends on what
family and your parents are achieved.
Well, my parents knew straight from the start, like, about what I was doing. Yeah, I was just very open with it. Obviously, at the start, they were a bit apprehensive because they want me to be safe and they want me to make good decisions. I just think I can't hold myself back and do something that I don't, that I'm scared what other people might think.
So Josh spends the beginning of the video kind of going through Lily's psyche, her backstory, and showing that this is different than a typical OF situation, which I can applaud because I'm into production a lot. This isn't a situation where Lily is just propping up a phone and having 9 guys come in, or 23 guys as she lamented in the beginning. No, this is a situation where she has a full-on dedicated staff of people seeing her get drilled. It doesn't matter if it's just online, who can experience it in real life, right? One thing I will applaud Lily for is that she talks about the fact that she's told her parents. I think I would feel some sort of way if I found out that my daughter, my sister, my cousin took 100 guys in a day and then planned.
Or like, I don't want to really know what you got going on, I'm not gonna lie. And if you want to talk to me, cool, but like,
that. But we've seen situations online before where content creators hadn't told their family members. It got discovered online, and then it was a whole keep of hell to pay. So I'm glad she said some of the stuff, because literally the next scene where there are so many sex toys that literally the screen has to be blurred is something I would only want to find out if I was comfortable with my daughter doing this.
Shocked as to what goes up my ass.
I'm afraid that's just a cone.
It's a hefty thing. Go up either hole.
No, it can't.
These are more like my toys. Before I do a shoot, I'll wear like a plug all day. This is more for like girl on girl
Yeah,
stuff.
it's got the double end.
This one's another like big kind of one.
Looks angry.
That's more like a toy, but it's quite cool because you can put that in and it's like see-through and you can obviously see inside your hole.
Which is obviously great.
These ones are always fun because they get like all types of bodily liquids like in there. Vibrator.
Thank you for showing us. that.
Pulling out more toys than Starship, Toys R Us, and a kid's toy chest should literally have you arrested. I mean, she can't use all of them. Why does she have all of them? At this point, it is pretty clear she is a very greedy and gluttonous person. I mean, she loves the torture or pleasure. I don't even know what to call it at this point, but we have a pretty good idea as to who Lily Phillips is. Josh raises a bunch of questions that I think are legitimate about the statistics behind this, because this can't just be a safe procedure, full stop.
100 men turning up to have sex with her for 5 minutes each in a single day. I mean, there's a decent chance that one of them is going to be dangerous.
500 minutes. 100 men. How much is 500 minutes? 8 hours? My body count is literally 5. I'm 26. She's tweaked.
One of them might have a weapon, have a criminal record. A few of them will have STIs. I can just on a basic statistic, you can know that a few of them are going to have STIs. So let's just hope those are good ones.
Josh, you know and I know that Lily is a professional, a 9-person team. She's got the spreadsheets that she's showing you in the beginning of the video. She's got her ducks in a row. So we know that she's taking care of everything from a health and safety perspective, right?
Then you're checking that they've done an STI test?
Yeah, so prioritizing guys who have STI tests. They have to screenshot the results kind of thing. But this is the thing with it, like you can never 100% know if they've had an STI test, and even if they had, they could have slept with 10 girls in between the test and things like that. It's more just like, you know what you're getting involved in if you're willing to participate.
See, she's taking care of her health, her safety, and her well-being. We don't need to worry about her. She knows everything that she needs to know.
These guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if they had HIV?
Is that where it comes from? With spunk in the mouth?
It can.
So she doesn't understand the basics of how STIs and STDs transfer to people. She doesn't know that people can't just... Okay. So not only does she not know the basics of how STIs and STDs work outside of, penetrative sex, she's also willing to risk anything in order to keep this situation alive, this extreme event alive. Closer to the day of the event, people start canceling on her like the night before, which can happen in event planning. That's not something that's not quite, crazy. But the actions that Lily and her team take in order to still get the event popping is what I find to be totally insane.
It seems like things are going great. There are a lot of guys cancelling. They're scrambling now to find people at the last minute. I don't understand how the guys they're scrambling to find at the last minute are going to get STI checks in time.
Exactly.
I feel a bit nervous going to this random Airbnb tomorrow for Lily to pull off the stunt, so I can't actually imagine.
Is he gonna watch it? You're gonna watch it? They're loud as fuck outside, and they need to get up. They need to go. They got to go. Okay, so they have been like chilling right around this right here for a minute. And I'm confused. It is 1:37 a.m.
Stunt, as we're calling it now, that even on the day of, as we meet the first contestant to show up to the party, or whatever you would call this, he talks about how he got messages even this morning, the morning of the event, that said, hey, do you know any friends?
So you got a text, but they sent the address quite late, didn't they?
Yeah, just this morning. Funny, like in the text it was like, if you have any friends who'd like to take part, and I was like, oh my.
Literally no regard for her own safety, just looking to get the next big stunt out there, and also risking the health and safety of the next 100 men or 98, however many men come after.
Yeah, I hear you and everything, but at the end of the day, if you're willing to even be a part of this, I'm pretty sure you know what it is. You know what it is. I don't even want to talk to a man that is talking to a bunch of other women. And if that's the case, we just don't need to be physical. Because, I'm not about to do that. A lot of people have a lot of nasty things, okay? Understand that. And I don't want to be in a mix, to be completely honest. I just don't. That's why I think, I don't know if that's a low body count for my age, but I have just been in long-term relationships because all that like sneaky link, and they might be with this person and that person might be with 5 people, and then those 5 people, bro, I'm cool. I am cool. I will be alone. I don't want to mix and mingle. I will never be in a situation where I don't know who the father is. Bro, it would never happen. I love what they're doing. I get it, like, oh, you're putting everybody at risk. Who wants to be involved in this that actually has like a working brain? Like, they're grown, they should know. And if they're doing what they do, hey, they doing what they doing.
Way. This is somebody who doesn't care about anybody's health and safety and well-being.
Having had their IDs checked, 6 men sat anxiously on a sofa, waiting for their turn to have sex with Lily. Meanwhile, it seemed the reality of what Lily was undertaking was starting to become slightly more real.
Hello.
Hello, how are you feeling?
Nervous, no, excited. It's nice to actually meet the boys because it puts you at ease a bit.
So the guys start coming in, people start approaching, and you realize how desperate these people really are in this situation. People are literally coming in the morning of, flying in from different countries, which I know are closer than going state to state, but still the idea of flying in from another country to have sex with this woman, to be 1 of 100, to get 5 minutes, because that's also a part of the rule, and need for some sort of real intimacy in real life.
Ain't no player.
That's so
Now hold on, let me
nasty, bro.
stop you right here. As this video was getting edited, I was looking
Are
for
there
other
rules?
videos to write, and I was scrolling on Twitter. I saw a bunch of conversation about this specific topic, and a lot of blame being shifted towards the men that were involved in this stunt. There's literally an article written by some UK writer that literally starts off by saying, shame on the men who exploited Lily Phillips in this situation. Now, mind you, I would normally agree with her in this situation that there is shame on the men, as long as there was equal shame on the women in this situation. But it seems to me on the internet, there continues to be some sort of gender divide, and we have to continuously put disproportionate amounts of blame on one party or the other when both of them are participating in this sort of act. And let's be clear, from my perspective, Lily still holds a bulk of the blame in this situation because she's the one taking on 100 people as opposed to one person doing one of them. It's all depraved. But the UK author who wrote the article started talking about how the pornography industry is very predatory, how there are pimps involved, how there are prostitutes involved, and she is very right. But that is not a situation that aligns right here. And I hate when they muddy up real life talking points about traffic, and they start to blend it with these independent OF content creators who want to be spectacles and make a whole bunch of money independently under their own bodily autonomy. Either you have autonomy or you don't. Lily is clearly seen to be saying that she claims to be a feminist who believes in all these different characteristics at the beginning of the video, and she also has a woman handler in the video as well. So there's no way that we can sit here and do a bunch of blaming men and them seemingly forcing her to do these things when these actions are on her own regard. Both parties are to blame and are to be looked at and to be studied, but let's not act as if she was tied down and forced to do it.
Bit hectic.
For sure.
I didn't know what to expect.
How do you think Lily found it?
I think, do you know, I've not had the chance to speak to her too much. She's been in there all day, and we've just like chucked her in the shower and like, she's exhausted. She's like, the first thing she said was like, I need a Nando's. I was like,
You've earned a Nando's.
Yeah, the Nando's is ordered. She's took.
No, I've never been to Nando's. I have a Nando's here in Virginia Beach, but like, I don't know.
She's done so well.
What are we talking about? Why are we talking about like? It sounds like how mofos be sounding when they're like somebody's like delivering a baby, like they're doing so well and she's really putting her all into it, or like actually making some type of progress in something serious.
I said, are you okay? Do you need a breather? She's like, no, bring the next guy in.
And finally, we get to see the aftermath of the whole situation.
I don't want to see the aftermath.
People that live in the utmost healthiest of ways. We know that they kept the scene spectacular, phenomenal, spotless.
I mean, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Like brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, holy
shit. I guess it. You actually can.
Oh my God. Her room looks like it was just a water balloon fight in there. That is the most disgusting place I've ever seen in my life. Now, when you look at this room, you can already tell that this is not the healthiest environment. So Josh asked the $1 million question during Lily explaining how she goes about the process of handling these 100 guys in one singular day.
Make yourself at home, take your shoes off. I've got some hangers here if you want to put your coat up.
Nice.
Come on in. Where you travel from today? Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable, take off your trousers, and we're going to have a fun time. And then I'll give them the phone camera. I'll just say, I'm guessing you don't want your face in it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it'll be POV phone camera.
Yeah.
I'll start usually with a job, and then I say, like, is there anything you like, don't like, any certain position you want to do?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do the with a condom on, or?
No, I
Condom
didn't.
off
Condom off.
Shouts out to you, Lily. Oral transmission of any STI or STD doesn't affect you if you do 100 guys, because if you think about it, that's an even number. So if one has it, the next doesn't have it, it just cancels it out.
Bro, she's slow. It's cool. Like, at this point, I don't feel bad for her at all. She wants to do it. First of all, the way that the room was looking, why didn't you just clean up after each situation? You know what I'm saying? Take a shower, quick wash up, something. What am I reacting to right now? What is going on? Okay? It's almost 2 a.m., so I'm questioning my judgment. Why did I pick this video?
Singular big in the bunch.
Surprisingly, downstairs is not really sore.
Hey, when you've only taken shrimp all day, it's not going to be the worst. Now, speaking of shrimp, Josh asked the question that provokes the viral clip that has been seen 160-something plus million times across the internet. What is she eating today? Now, the reason why this clip, to me and to a lot of people, is so very interesting is because you see a moment of weakness in Lily.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And then I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest come.
I don't know about you guys, but I interpreted those pauses, these moments of silence, as very sad. Even if you look into this woman's eyes, she looks soulless and numb about the situation. And we've already discovered that she's not taking massive size in this situation. She is soulless and numb because the act that she did, even to her standards, seems to be disgusting. There's no other way to put it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She does not.
I don't know, because I don't know how she perceives it. Because if it was so nasty, why did you do it? You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's something I'm missing. I know, like, again, no one forced her to do this, so I don't understand. You could have. Why didn't she stop? Like, at maybe 20. Them niggas outside is saying, fuck you. I think they talking to me. I might have to handle that. Yeah, like, I don't, what the hell are we talking about right now? I don't know. I'm not even trying to, unless this is some type of, coping mechanism for some traumatic experience that she's gone through. Excuse me, then I really don't get it.
Possible to hold those tears back in this action that just robbed her of a level of not just innocence, but humanity.
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of, like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like, just one in, one out, like, it feels intense.
Like, more intense than you thought it might?
Definitely.
Sorry. Okay. Just take
1 minute.
Now, we've seen athletes cry after major performances. I'm thinking about Kobe Bryant winning championships, LeBron James winning his first for Cleveland, Super Bowl performances, things like that. But this isn't that situation. Sure, she put her body through something very rigorous, and ultimately she completed her goal. But at the end of the day, there's nothing fulfilling about this.
Is there an award show for the shit? What goal? What are we talking about? I don't want to be insensitive, and I feel like that's how it's coming off, but I don't know what we're talking about. I'm thinking of women that put themselves in these types of situations because they have no money, or they have to, or they're in a messed up situation, and this is the only way they can feed their kid, whatever. She did it because she wanted to do it. Like,
video, Lily claimed to be a so-called feminist, but I promise you, modern day feminism is totally bastardized compared to what it once was. And I'm not comparing it. This isn't a video about that. Trust me, I'm not one of those guys, but this isn't a stance for feminism. This isn't about women's liberation. This isn't about equal rights in any sort of way. This is just somebody who is gluttonous to the point that they're doing something that is soulless, and they couldn't even recognize what they were doing in the moment.
And she could have all of the diseases right now and not even know. Have some permanent, all of that, like.
Haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And that's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time today?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt tripping me a little bit.
What Lily's describing here is something that's been championed in modern time, which is casual sex. I know it's a great revelation that this OF content creator has discovered the negative impacts of casual sex and ultimately prostitution. I don't know what you can and can't say on YouTube. That will get flagged. But this is why I'm not an advocate for stuff like this. It's an act that's not fulfilling, and it honestly doesn't make anybody feel good outside of the 2 seconds where you actually come or get your climax. It's an act that doesn't feel good. There is no emotional connection with your partner.
And it's actually why casual intercourse is something that I would never engage in, because what is the point? And I'm saying that as a 26-year-old. You feel me? It's just not for me at all. Okay, I like to feel the soul. I like to feel you.
Puts out a post saying that she's willing to take on 1,000 guys in February, 10xing the number that she originally had.
I spent 14 consecutive hours getting ran through, and now I'm going to be doing 24 because I'm going to be going for the world record early February next year. I'm going to go for 1,000.
And you think I give a crap if this girl is crying? Something's wrong with her. We have to watch her. All right, because this, are there awards? There might be. I don't know what's going on in 2024. But like I said, the people that have to do it. And I mean, I guess there's an argument for have to, but there are situations where they cannot feed their kids or they have been trafficked and all that. Being in situations, that's what I feel bad for. She's doing this on purpose and then crying afterwards and then saying she's going to 10 times I don't care. Okay, do what you do, girl. Have fun. You should go to the doctor. Because if she don't have a disease, she has a yeast. You feel me? She needs to, she might have some type of infection. You know, when you don't smell great, a girl. And I bet you some of the men were people's husbands and and then they going home. I don't watch no more. Forget the video. Y'all like, come subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. See y'all in the next one.